My name is Walter Train. I am a storyteller, designer, and artist. From a very young age, I was always drawn to art and sculpture, always fascinated with how things were put together and the mechanics of things. The most rewarding thing about doing what I do is the amounts of connections that I get to make and the people that get inspired throughout the process. I'm fascinated by people and how they are, how they function, what drives them to do things, and how people interact with design. The name of the table is God's Iris. It all stems back from my faith and how we're all the apple of God's eyes. We are meant to bring light in spaces that we occupy. And so for me, it's very important to have that light element within the table. In the future, I see design going very technology-based. The impact of including smart materials or nanotechnology in design, I think it will just really revolutionize what is capable of a surface. So you'd be able to turn one piece into multiple things. Because Infinity Surface is an Italian brand, I went to where the design and art had started within Italy, and that was the Renaissance period. For my design, I chose Thunderstorm and Ocean Blue from Infinity Surfaces because the color blue in the Renaissance movements represented divinity, royalty, serenity, and purity. I believe color is really important because it helps to evoke emotion. It brings excitement, it brings a sense of feeling, a sense of resonance with people. And we don't live in a black and white world, so it helps amplify something that I'm trying to portray. I love using the Thunderstorm for the brown tones that it has in it. And because my table is made from a rich wood, there's this beautiful transition between the two materials. The reason I chose Ocean Blue was for its glossy finish, and how the two materials combined, the matte and the glossy finish on the table, really gave the table some depth and visual interest. And also both pieces have a little bit of gold, they have a little bit of brass, which again ties in with a lot of the materials that I've used. And then also the wood that I used is to kind of tie all of the elements together. It's a natural material, and it's got a very soft feel to it, very tangible. Each material has its own way of being worked and has its own uniqueness to it. And when they all come together to form this beautiful harmonious piece, that's really magical. When your hand runs over a piece of wood and a piece of stone and a piece of metal, it's a different experience. And I think there's some sort of poetry that kind of goes through that process, and you're taken on a journey. Sustainability in design is a non-negotiable trend. It goes beyond just using eco-friendly materials, but having pieces that have that uniqueness and people want to keep within their family generations. And I think it's beautiful because it ties generations together. Collaboration for me is important because of, I don't have all the answers. So I think the beauty in collaboration is what everyone can learn from each other. What excites me about South African design is the uniqueness behind each designer and the pieces that they design. Everyone has a unique story to tell. Everyone has a different reason for why they're doing it. And I think that's beautiful.